AOR F2 Sprint League. Sorry we had a technical problem there. This is race 15-16, the last two races of the season. Ben's alongside me. We were just talking, Ben, about the championship situation because Iidika, Schnitzel, Cam, Lakitu, Extreme and Joshua Luke are all mathematically in with a chance of the title. But Iidika, who leads the championship by 10 points, has told me that he's not coming to this race, unfortunately, and he's not in the lobby so far.
Well, I'm just looking through the lobby. No, you're right. He's not there, which is a shame because, as you know, he's top of the championship, 10 points ahead of Snickshall. So there's an opportunity here for the rest of the field, particularly second to sixth anyway, to capitalise on that.
Yeah, now Schnitzel was earlier on this afternoon. Said he had a temperature of 39 and wasn't probably going to race, but thankfully he's recovered sufficiently to take part. So he's got to be your favourite, as he's on 114 with Cam on 104. Lakitu is next with 92. Then Extreme are also on 92. And Joshua Luke is the outside on 90. Now there's 44 points available because we have 25 for a win in race 1, 15 for a win in race 2, and potentially 2 points in both races for fastest lap.
So a couple of more minutes now, 1 minute to go. How many players we've got in the lobby? We've got 17 drivers.
Okay, not too bad. Has been worse, has been better. And
yeah, I think you. Sorry, go on.
No, you carry on.
I was just going to say, with it being last race of the season, you tend to get the odd drop off. But with so much to play for, I was expecting. There we are. We've got one more driver in. Still no sign of Iidika mind.
No, I'm pretty sure that he was seemed to be final. He wasn't turning up, which is a shame. But now we haven't even mentioned what race this is. So we're at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, which first held an F1 race in 2009. Not one of my favourites. I don't think it's one of the real drivers' favourites either. What are the main challenges of this circuit?
It's a very difficult track in terms of tyre degradation anyway. It's a very twisty and windy track, but there's got to be plenty of opportunities to overtake, particularly through sector 1 on the long straight. But I have no doubt, unfortunately, we'll see some contact. It's particularly that long straight, you want to be able to get on the brake rather late and take your opponent, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, well, we're nearly here there, so the guys are counting down. So remember, one-shot qualifying, so we'll be able to obviously follow one driver at a time, and the times will update on the left-hand side depending on how the drivers are doing around the lap. So it's pretty hectic to follow. So I'm going to try and focus, if I can, quickly on Schnitzel being the championship leader, who's actually taking part. And Ben, if you just want to keep a look out for anything else that's happening.
Yeah, you keep an eye on Schnitzel. I'm going to keep an eye on Cam and Lakitu in particular, because as we know, they're not too far behind Iidika and Schnitzel, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, Joshua Luke is the real outsider because he's 34 points behind Iidika, so that's a real long shot. Right, I'm just going to have a look because we've got some messages coming through.
Yeah, just as we did the other week, I'll be watching the messages coming in on the AOR YouTube channel.
Just going to check whether there's anything saying they can't hear us or anything like that.
No, I've just checked, so okay. Everyone can hear us fine.
Good.
A little bit of an echo, but apparently a lot of echo.
Yeah, that's you. That's me. That's you. Me hearing myself again. Yeah, I don't know if you can turn it down just a little bit.
Yeah, I've given that another turn down.
Oh, look, is that a little bit cloudy or is that deceptive? It's certainly not wet, but it doesn't look particularly blue sky. Might be my screen. We'll soon see. So this is the time where the guys are loading their predetermined setups, choosing their tyre strategy. What tyres will they be qualifying on, do you think, Ben?
Depending what... It's rather difficult. I was hoping to be able to see what the weather was doing, but I would have thought... Well, I would have thought the soft compound tyres.
Okay.
But as it's only a one-shot quali, why not chuck the super softs on?
Yeah, I think most will do super softs. We'll soon see. Right, so I have to try and... Oh,
here we go.
okay, so I'm going to show us the position as we see from Extrema. Sorry, from Schnitzel. So far Lakitu is top. Very quick guy. Missed a lot of races through connection problems, but we are following Schnitzel, who's zooming around all over the place. Who's 14th, now he's 7th. Vettelfan and Lakitu and Extrema are pretty solidly up there. Who are you watching at the moment?
I'm currently with Infinity. And just as a note, everyone's on the Ultra Softs, other than More Than Amazing, who's on the Super Soft compound tyres.
Right, let's get the... Oh yeah, I'll just get the tyre detail up on the stream. So Schnitzel comes down to where the corner where we think there'll be a lot of action on the first lap, turns 8 and 9, and then also you get a second bite of DRS here on the long run down to turn 11.
You certainly do. So I'm just following... Oh, we've got a retirement, Denzamo.
Denzamo's gone off to do some poetry, so good luck. Lakitu's still on top from Extrema, so 2 of the championship guys are right up there. Joshua Lucas Schnitzel are in the top 7. Cam is the lowest place of the championship contenders at the moment, 9th. But at the moment it's Extrema and Lakitu who seem to be swapping first and second quite a lot. And Matty D's close by as well.
So I'm just on board with Extrema.
Yeah, we're looking at that too.
I'm just coming through the last couple of corners now, across the finish line.
And it's a pole for Lakitu. So that's very interesting. So he's obviously 4th in the championship, effectively 3rd with ID out. So there we have it. Lakitu from Extrema. Matty D is 3rd. Schnitzel is 4th. Milan Klaus 5th. Joshua Luke is 6th. And Cam is 8th. So our championship contenders start first, 2nd, 4th, 6th and 8th. So they're all in contention, aren't they?
Yeah, well, if you look at that, look at the split difference between the top 3. 15 thousandths of a second.
Wow,
that's unbelievable.
But look at the gap between Matty D and Schnitzel. That's 0.8 of a second. So the front 3 on pace might be pulling away here.
Yeah, well, you know, let's not forget turn 1. Going down the pit straight to turn 1.
It's raining. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness! In Abu Dhabi, it's raining.
Not up on my screen. And More Than Amazing has left the session. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so we've lost another one. It's chucking it down. This is. I'll be surprised. I'd be surprised if any of the guys have done weather practice. Some might, but I doubt if they all have. Wow, incredible! I didn't expect that.
No, this is out of the blue. I didn't expect this. If I'm completely honest, I've not done any wet practice for this track, so
you'll be doing some more after this is finished. Then I think I might join you for tomorrow's race.
I think I might do now.
Yeah, even just a couple of laps. You know what it feels like. Anyway, so we're ready to go. So this is it, the penultimate race of the championship. 5 guys that are taking part are going to go for it, and the 5 lights are coming on. Lakitu Extreme, the 2 Haas drivers on the front row. And they're away. Anyone spun the wheels up too much? Oh, goodness me, Lakitu nearly put it in the pit wall. Someone's crashed at the back of Sauber, but into the lead goes
Extreme and Lakitu.
Very
tight going through.
Lakitu and Extreme there, Matty D. They've taken each other off. Oh, there's going to be contact.
Oh, this is horrendous.
Oh, there's a Renault in the wall there. Who's that? That's Joshua Luke. Oh dear, Joshua Luke, championship contender, is out. Meanwhile, back at the front, Matty D in the Renault leads from Schnitzel. Milan Klaus is 3rd. Vettelfan is 4th. Extrema's down to 5th. So Schnitzel's in the box seat in terms of the championship at the moment.
What a start to the race. One of the championship contenders, Joshua Luke, out. What a shame for that.
So Schnitzel has now got his mirrors full of his teammate and Milan Klaus. His teammate, Vettelfan, goes down the inside of Milan Klaus, and has he made that stick? Oh, they're side by side. Yes, so Vettelfan has got through. Schnitzel's pulled away from these, so this is the battle for 3rd, running down to turn 11. And Extreme is there on the inside, trying to make up for that bad start. And he's up the inside of Milan Klaus nicely there. No, but Milan Klaus battles back, and Lakitu is going to try and take advantage and take his teammate. He doesn't. Wow, good stuff.
I'm just riding on board with McQuiz, P8, who's having a good old tussle with Infinity in P7 as they come through.
Oh, the Hasses have just...
wow. And Rob 2K has taken out... who's he taken out? He's taken out Infinity.
The Hasses have crashed. Lakitu and Extrema going for the championship have collided the teammates. Terrible.
Oh, this is terrible.
This is partly because no one expected the rain. I'm sure this is what it is. They're just not used to it. So, there's cars all over the place as the Sauber spins in the background. So let's get to the front. Let's just take stock of the order. So Matty D leads from Schnitzel, second place. Vettel fan is third. Then is Milan Klaus and the Red Bull fourth. Infinity is up to fifth. Extrema after that collision is sixth. Rob 2K seventh. Cam is eighth. Lakitu is ninth. And Ghost Hunter is 10th. So the two Hasses that start on the front row are 6th and 9th. Whew. Right, okay, let's calm down.
Yeah, let's take stock. Let's not forget, with 2 laps in, those intermediates are going to be pretty cold, so they need to get up to temperature. So I'm hoping that they'll settle down now.
Yeah,
and we won't see any more of, saying that, Schnitzel locks up, so...
He's in a good position for Schnitzel, whether this is him being a little bit cautious or he's not so keen on the wet, but he's under big pressure from Vettel fan, his teammate, who's not playing the team game. Why should he really? This is AOR, this is not real F1. And he's going to go down the inside, Vettel fans. And has he done it? Yes, he has. So Schnitzel down to third, but again, he's ahead of all of his championship rivals, so he's still in a very good position. Further back, we've got Extrema and Infinity battling with fifth. Let's see all the guys come through the chicane. So Matty D, great start in the Renault. So do you think these guys will have to change for another set of intermediates, or will they last the 14 laps?
They won't. If it stays like this, and they can manage the tyre degradation. I know it's intermediates, but you should be able to go all the way on these.
Okay. Right, so I'm now going to get hold of the onboard camera of Schnitzel. So we're riding with Schnitzel in third place. So at the moment he's on for 15 championship points, which would take him to 129. So that would definitely pass IIDK.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I'm just updating my running Excel sheet just to keep up with.
Oh, you do that?
Standings.
Oh, great, because I've just got a pen and paper. Excellent. It's your responsibility. That's fine. We're watching Lakitu and Rob 2K going for it. Lakitu trying to get down inside this really fiddly left-right chicane at 5, 6 and 7. Riding on board with Lakitu in the Haas. Lakitu with 3 wins and 1/3 this season. He's had a lot of disconnections, as I said earlier, but he's pretty quick, so I fancy him to come through the field.
Yeah, no, I agree. Lakitu's a very fast and consistent.
Oh, he's just hit the back of Rob 2K.
Make some contact with Rob 2K. So whether that was Rob a little bit late on the brakes there, again, make some side contact with Rob. Oh, it's very.
But Cam's now in the Cam's now in the battle. So Cam, championship contender, is now right up behind Lakitu and Rob 2K. So this could be a crucial battle. Oh, locking up does Cam, but they all hold position. So Rob 2K 7th, Lakitu 8th, Cam is 9th. Meanwhile, Matty D still leads from Vettel and Schnitzel and Milan Klaus. Let's go on board with Lakitu as he tries to feed the power in on this slippery conditions. And he goes up the inside of Rob 2K. Oh!
Well, can he make that stick? Can he? Yeah. Good
He's
move.
done it. That was quite late, but fair enough, I suppose. I wouldn't call it a dive bomb because that's a contentious word, isn't it? But anyway.
Yes, it is.
Right. That's just a bit of an in-joke. Meanwhile, back at the front, Milan Klaus is, well, he's close enough to Schnitzel to be an annoyance. Oh, sorry, back to Cam and Rob 2K, because Cam has got past Rob 2K. And he's now going to chase down Lakitu. So at the moment, Lakitu is on for 6 points and Cam is on for 4, but he would start from pole position if the race ended now. 5-second stop-go penalty for Slash. You must remember to keep a note of these penalties. We've not had many so far.
Well, no, we have. That's what I was just about to make a point. We've had quite a few that we've not picked up on. I know Washi has got one as well. He's got 5 stop-go penalty.
Okay, you're definitely on it this week then, Ben. Thank you. I've got my little sheet, but I've only written down championship contenders. But of course, that's a bit silly because if a guy in front is not the championship gets a penalty, then that affects where they finish. But we'll do our best to keep up. So back to the battle on the track. Schnitzel and Milan Klaus, 3rd and 4th, is the closest one amongst the leading positions. But he's too far back to make a run. And you're right though, these guys have got used to these tyres because the race has settled down quite a lot.
Yeah, you generally find that. I mean, first two laps of any race, the tyres still not within their temperature range. It just takes a little while just to get into the groove.
Excellent. Okay, right. So lap 4 of 14, we're pretty sure that the guys will be able to go to the end and not have to make a pit stop. So this is a straight fight on the road. Have you ever done this track in the wet? I don't think I have, even on previous F1 games. Every race I've ever done here has always been dry, so this is the first for me. It does provide a unique challenge. It is something I think where you do need a bit of practice. I've tried gambling and not practicing in the wet, and it does make a difference even if you just do half a dozen laps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to try and get some lap time in here, I think.
Well, Likitu momentarily showed as a lap down, but he's not, so I think that's a famous Codemasters glitch because he is still in 7th place. So this is still the the closest battle, Milan Klaus and Schnitzel.
Just want to point out, I'm just following Matty D, who's in P1. He was 1.4 seconds ahead of Vettel fans in P2, but that delta has now dropped to 9/10.
Right, so he's within DRS range.
It's dropping.
No DRS, of course, is there because it's disabled, because it's wet. Meanwhile, Milan Klaus thinks his body language of the car suggests he was going to make a move there, but he's not. But Extrema is now pulled up to these two guys. So if Extrema could get past Milan Klaus, that's a real championship battle between Schnitzel and Extrema, yeah.
Right, so that delta has now come down to 6/10 between Vettel fans and Matty D. It's 5/10 now, so this delta is really dropping between these two.
Right, do you think he's maybe making some small mistakes, or he's burned those tyres out? It's surely too early for that.
It has to be too early for that. I think Vettel fans just following him now, being very consistent. And Matty's car seems to be, back end doesn't seem as stable as it should.
They're riding on board now with Vettel fans, yeah.
But if you watch Matty D, you can see the back end every now and then tries to step out. But I'm sure, oh, there you are. Vettel fans get the fastest lap with a 1:54.18.
Right, so he's definitely on the move. Meanwhile, Extreme is very close to Milan Klaus. He's 0.3 of a second behind him. Milan Klaus has dropped back a little bit from Schnitzel. Milan Klaus makes a mistake into turn 1, but Extreme also runs wide, so that's equalised that situation. Still keeping an eye on that delta for the top two. And we'll switch to that one shortly, I think, because there may be a chance for Vettel fan to get in the slipstream. This is the best.
It stands, the championship standing. Sorry, Ian, just having a look at the table, Neil, the up-to-date table. Schnitzel, who's in P3 at the minute, with 15 points, will be on 129. And next to rival him is Cam. If he stays where he is, he's coming on 108.
Right, okay, brilliant. I'm glad you got your spreadsheet organised. That saves me one headache. Of course, we'll have to bear in mind the fastest lap issue. Remember, anyone watching, that if you finish in the top 10, as long as you finish in the top 10, your fastest lap will give you an extra 2 points, and that stands for both races. Back to Extrema and Milan Klaus, because there was only a 1/10 of a second between them. They come down to the left-right after turn 11, 12, 13 this is. So Vettel fan has not really got close. That gap has stayed about half a second, so whether Matty D has been able to find his feet and is managing that gap, we'll have to see. just to go through the rest. Yeah.
Ooh, battle fans with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that's a shame for the battle. That is a shame. So he is, well, he'll still be ahead of Schnitzel as things stand. But that's a shame for the leading battle, because that's not going to be a genuine battle unless Matty D gets another penalty as well. Fastest lap for Matty D, so he's responded anyway, regardless of that penalty. Milan Klaus has run really wide out of the last corner.
He's into the pits.
Right, that's interesting. Okay, was that a collision?
Wing damage. So I'm just checking now. I thought it was a bit early for the tyres. He's got front right wing damage.
Yeah, I could just see that some of the little winglets are missing. So he'll go obviously onto another set of intermediates. Meanwhile, further towards the front, this battle 3-4-5 is fantastic. It's a very clean one so far. Schnitzel 3, Milan Klaus 4, and Extrema is in 5th. Milan Klaus though is he's going to make a move surely soon. He's been very patient, but he's clearly quicker, I think.
We've got a yellow flag, and I'm trying to find out where that is. That could be a glitch, as I'm not seeing.
Maybe someone ran wide. It was momentarily up. Yeah. Oh no, it's still there. Sector 1 and Sector 2. Okay, you keep an eye on that, because
there we are. That's Infinity. He's hit the wall again. And he's out of the race.
Oh, that's a shame. Down to the left-hander comes Milan Klaus, and Extreme is going to try and go around the outside, and he cuts the corner somewhat, and they bang wheels.
Extreme, a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings.
Right, so that's affected that battle. I'll make a note of that one. So he's got a 3 second. As Milan Klaus runs wide, Extreme's going to go up the inside. They touch. And Milan Klaus is pushed wide somewhat.
Well, this Extrema, he's got another 3-second time penalty.
And they're both in the wall.
And he's got wing damage.
That was a little bit unnecessary. Hard racing, but I think they could have both avoided that. I'm not portioning blame at the moment.
Well, Akito capitalises on that. Now he's moved up into P4.
That could be, not only significant for the championship, because he's more of an outsider on 92 points, but it helps his cause somewhat. And Schnitzel, though, is definitely the man that's gaining most in the championship battle. There's a pit stop. Milan Klaus has come in, so yeah, he did damage his wing there. Extrema is staying out, so I don't think he got any damage.
And he's Milan Klaus serving his 3-second time penalty in the pits.
Right.
Crew standing on by, and then Zamo moves up into P8 while the rest are in the pit.
I didn't notice he rejoined. Was that at the beginning? Because he disconnected, didn't he?
He did disconnect, yeah, but he's made it back on, and he was down the field, but he's moving his way up 11 seconds behind Rob 2K in P7.
Right, as at the moment he would be on pole position. Remember, the top 8 are reversed, but meanwhile the battle at the front is raging, because Matty D has got Vettel fan all over the back of him. Now Vettel fan has got a penalty, but this is still an exciting battle on the track for the lead, as we get a slight delay before that camera picks it up. But Matty D holds the position. I need to go on to on board for this part of the track, because the cameras are really slow at changing the off-board camera, so you miss like 2 seconds. So we'll ride on board for this section. So Matty D runs a bit wide.
This is going to be very interesting now, coming out of the last corner onto that pit straight. But it's good to see that Matty D's got some support from Veloci Ollie D on the channel, on the AOR YouTube channel.
Are they related, aren't they?
Yes, they're brothers, believe it or not. Very competitive. Because
of the D, so that's their surname, obviously D. So, Vettel fan, though, is still chasing down Matty D. And I think that Vettel fan will think to himself, if he can get by in the next lap or so, it's not impossible he can pull out 3 seconds. What do you think?
It's tight, especially in these conditions. It's going to be very tough to do that.
Right, so riding on board still with Vettel fans. We'll keep it on this view, because I think this is better for capturing all the action. Schnitzel is still in 3rd, so he's the championship contender that's highest on the road. Nikita 4th, Extreme 5th, Cam 6th. Actually, the 4 guys, we've lost Joshua Ridley, Guy Deek is not taking part, so the 4 guys go for the championship of 3, 4, 5, 6 all together on the road. Milan Klaus has got a penalty, So his day goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, I think Schnitzel, correct me if I'm wrong, particularly those that are watching on the AOR stream, Schnitzel, I don't believe has a penalty, but the K2, Extrema and Cam, I believe, all have penalties.
Okay, so they'll equal each other out, so Schnitzel's definitely in the boss seat. He's got a decent gap on the road of 3.5 seconds anyway, as we continue to watch Vettel Fan. Just to go through briefly the rest of the order, so we've talked about championship contenders. Rob 2K is here in 7th, Denzamo in the Ferrari is 8th, Ghost Hunter is 9th, Milan Klaus is 10th, McQuiz in the Sauber is 11th, Mr. Robin is 12th in the Mercedes, Washi is down in 13th in the Ferrari, and Slash is 14th. And we've got More Than Amazing showing as 17th, but he's not actually racing, is he? He's just not showing as retired, I think.
Well, they'll 5 second stop-go penalty.
Wow, so obviously he won't pit again, so it'll just be added on at the end of the race, won't it?
It will. Granted, Lakito is just over 3 seconds behind Schnitzel in P4.
And he's got a penalty, we think.
Yeah, that's correct.
But only a 3 second penalty, so that's actually going to be really close at the end. I don't think we're going to know for sure who's got where until they cross the line.
Well, we're lap 10, 4 laps to go in these glorious conditions.
I think the sun's trying to poke through. No, just slightly lighter grey, isn't it? Back at the front, it's the battle on another 3 second time penalty from the main class. Battle on the road as Matty D goes really over to the left hand side. Maybe he's trying to cool his tyres. There's not a lot more rain over that side, to be honest. Oh, he locks up badly, but he makes the apex pretty well. Vettel Fan's dropped back now, so he's 1 second. There's a change in position from 9th.
Yeah, just watching that. I believe there's, yeah, that'll explain it. Ghost Hunter, who's currently down to P10 with some front wing damage, and Milan Klaus capitalising on that.
Okay, so recovering somewhat, Milan Klaus after his troubles early in the race. So it's all pretty static. The closest battle we've got is actually on the road, but we're pretty sure Matty D doesn't have a penalty, aren't we?
No, I don't think I've seen one for Matty D as yet. But he's doing a sterling job at the moment, keeping that delta to about 7-8 tenths. I've not really seen it dip below 6 tenths, if I'm completely honest. So I'm expecting him to continue on to the end of the race.
We'll stick with this for the moment. I don't appreciate this is not a position for actually the win, but it's the closest battle we've got for an actual racing battle online. So Matty D does another fastest lap, so Vettel Fan's actually dropping back a little bit. So I think just for now we're going to take a little look at our championship contenders. So Schnitzel is on for 15 points, Lakito is on for 12, Extrema is on for 10, and Cam is on for 8 points as it stands. Joshua Luke, this will put him out of the championship race. Now, interesting, with ID not taking part, I assumed at the beginning of the race that's him out of the championship, but of course, in theory, they could all crash in both races and he could still be champion, but I don't think that's likely.
Could you imagine that?
That would
we
be
could be doing a commentator's curse again.
On all of them.
Lakito, 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Okay, so we think that will definitely put him by an Extrema because we think Nikita's got 2, don't we?
Yeah, okay. At least 2.
So at the moment, I can't work it out. It's too difficult. Have you not got a spreadsheet for that? You've got a spreadsheet for
the okay. I've got the TV at one end of the room, the PC on the right hand side. I'm split in the middle, trying to update, watch the stream. I'm not that good.
You're doing a good job. We definitely need a third person if anyone wants to volunteer to be our... Actually, the commentary, they only allow 2 commentators, don't they? So the person wouldn't get any airtime, but they could be our helper or something.
Right, I'm just going to run through the back of the field. So okay. Let's have a look at P14. We've got Slash from a very lonely race. He's just been into pit. So he's 40 odd seconds behind Washi, who's in P13 again. He's got a bit of a lonely race from Mr. Robin in P12. Up into P11, Brian on board with McQuiz, 6 seconds behind Ghost Hunter in P10. And Milan Klaus P9, Denzamo P8, Rob 2K P7, then Cam, Extrema, Lakito, who is 3 tenths behind Schnitzel in P3,
Oh yeah.
And Schnitzel 16 seconds behind Vettel fans.
Right.
And right on board with P1 Matty D.
Okay, I've gone to Nikita Schnitzel battle. Nikita goes up the inside, the Schnitzel lets him through. I think he's probably noted those penalties, because that seemed a bit of an easy move. So Schnitzel playing the long game for the championship. I don't blame him. He doesn't need to get involved in anything. He's still in the box seat for the championship.
Yes, no, you're right. I was quite surprised that he let him on by, but like you said, he doesn't want to do anything too outrageous and get damage to his wing, knowing that Lakita's got those penalties. So definitely the right move.
Yeah, good sensible stuff. Now we're back at the front now, because we're watching Vettel fan and Matty D on the road, but we're pretty sure Matty D will get this race if he doesn't go off because of Vettel fan's penalty. We've got a big gap between 7th Rob 2K there and Denzamo 8th, or Denzamo's come through the field somewhat, hasn't he?
Yeah, Denzamo, he's been in P8 for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, yeah.
But he has made his way up through the field, but he's 20 seconds behind Rob 2K. And he is riding with front wing damage, so that's not going to help.
That explains it slightly. Okay, so Vettel fan is still, like you said earlier, Ben, doesn't get much closer than 5-6 tenths of a second, and then well, there is some dirty air, isn't there, in this game, but he's obviously just not quite quick enough to get past Matty D easily.
Matty D's a very, very good driver. I've raced with him on both F1 and Project Cars 2. He does a very good job at keeping ahead and keeping that, especially keeping that delta between the car behind. Very consistent driver.
He looks like the sort of driver that doesn't crack under pressure easily. Would you say that's fair?
I'd definitely say that's fair, particularly having a very, very competitive brother, Veloci Ollie D. So those two are very competitive with each other. So I'm sure they've managed to tame the pressure. I'm used to that by now. Plus they do karting as well.
Oh, okay. Right, so yeah, they'll probably spend their all day driving something then.
Veloci probably, Matty not so much.
Now just having a look at Vettel fans, and I think he's got wing damage. He has the front right of his wing. Now I didn't see where that happened.
Sorry, I was just riding on board with Denzamo and P9, who was making a move on Milan Klaus, but Milan Klaus has had no problem with the overtake, and you can clearly see that the front wing damage is causing Denzamo some problems.
So he must have gone 19 seconds quicker on that lap then, to suddenly be up with somebody.
I think Milan Klaus was able to close right up on him, make a move. You can see Denzamo really trying to defend it, but he realised with that front wing damage he wasn't going to be able to do that. So Milan Klaus up into P8.
Now it's interesting that Vettel fan is able to keep so close to Matty D with the wing damage he's got, which I've only just noticed. Yes, has he?
He has, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Interesting.
Some of the little, whatever you call them, little wings. Or the front. So Matty,
front end plates.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Matty D, I thought was just managing this, but I think if he had a lot more in hand, I think he would want to keep further than half a second clear. So I think this is generally Vettel fan doing a terrific job to keep up with a slightly damaged car.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that he's the Vettel's able to keep so close to Matty D with those front end plates gone, because you would instantly lose front end grip plus your straight line speed. So it's amazing that he's still able to keep within the 1 second margin of Matty D in P1.
And of course he should, even with that penalty, come home if he doesn't bin it in the last lap, come home in second place. Meanwhile, let's just have a little look before they come and check a flag at our championship contenders. So Nikita is third. I hope you're going to update the spreadsheet there. Schnitzel is fourth, and Extrema is fifth, and these three are close together on the road. We've got some penalties to shake out. Cam is in sixth. So at the moment, Milan Klaus, Denzamo will be gutted about that, because he was in pole effectively by being eighth, but he's now going to start ninth. So Milan Klaus, as it stands, will start the front row with Rob 2K. Oh, there's something happening here. Yes, Extrema is close to Schnitzel. Now, Schnitzel will probably be mindful to not fight too much, but it's difficult. Must be in two minds, because this is a championship rival that he can affect. But he gets up the inside Extrema. Yeah, Schnitzel, very sensible. Lets him go.
Just riding on board with Matty D, and Vettel fan is all over the back of Matty D at the minute. I'm really surprised with the front wing damage here. He's doing a sterling job.
Oh, he's going up the inside into the last corner.
No, there we are.
Doesn't make it.
Gets through.
Matty D wins the race. Good battle. Vettel fan finishes second. But how are these four championship contenders going to shake out with the penalties? Lakitu holds the box seat on the road. He's third. Schnitzel is still very close to Extrema. So, oh dear, Lakitu lost it coming out. Oh no, he's not. He's just wheeling. He's crashed, but he's crossed the line. Incredible.
Wow.
Extrema. Oh, Schnitzel's up to fourth. Yeah. So, Schnitzel did gain a position over Extrema. Cam has gained a position, so Extrema's really missed out. So, Lakitu, for your spreadsheet, Ben 3, Schnitzel 4, Cam 5, Extrema 6. Wow, so those four guys swapping a bit with the penalties.
Right, Lakitu third, so he's on 15 points. Schnitzel fourth, so that puts him on 12. So that gives him 126 points.
Okay.
And Cam, where have we got Cam?
Cam's fifth.
Cam's in fifth,
so he
gets
points.
10. Right, so that puts him on 114. Lakitu 107. So as it stands,
yep,
Schnitzel is on 126.
Yep.
And he is, as it stands, Aitika's on 124.
Yep.
So Schnitzel is championship, one foot on the championship door, one hand on the championship trophy.
Yeah, it's his to lose, but I still think there'll be some more drama before it finishes. So after that, what does Mr. Spreadsheet say? So Aidika second on 124.
Yeah. So we've got 124, Aidika on 124. Schnitzel, 12 points, gives him 126.
Yeah.
Cam taking 10 points there, so that gives him 114 points.
Okay.
Lakitu, did you say no?
No, that's fine. Yeah, I said yes.
Yeah, sorry. Lakitu 15 points, that gives him 107.
Right. So good win there for Matty D. Fantastic performance, control from the front. Once those two Haas boys have got into trouble. So I wonder if the next race will be wet. That could be crucial for the championship. So we've got Lakitu in fourth on 107. So Extrema, what points has he got? He was on 92.
He was on 92, that's a good point. Where did he come? He came 6. So that will give him 80 if I'm correct. So that gives him 100 points. Josh.
Yes, that's right, 100 points. So, okay, so fastest lap. Who did the fastest lap? 50 of the top 10. 53.7. Matty D.
Matty D.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So, no points for fastest lap for the championship contenders. So I think those points you just went through there. Schnitzel 126, Aidika 124, Cam 114, Lakitu 107, Extrema 100 is the correct position. So what that does mean as we go into race 2, remember the points in race 2 go from 1st to 8th. They're 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. So let's see, Aidika's not racing. Schnitzel is 12 points ahead of Cam. So he needs 3 points more than Cam. So he needs 3 points.
You keep doing your calculation. I'm I'm just updating my my spreadsheet to now reflect the second race.
So you get a 6th place. A 6th place for Schnitzel would guarantee him the championship. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying. Although, no, actually no, because Cam could win and get fastest lap, which would be 17. So he needs Fifth place. So 6 would be 132, and then 15 would be 129. Yeah, fifth place. Schnitzel leads to guarantee the championship from Cam. I think we're right in saying.
Yeah, this is going to be very close.
In terms of Extremer, he is now out of the championship because there's only 17 points, so we can cross him off my little list. Lakitu could still win, but it's a long shot. Cam certainly could still win, so it's definitely Schnitzel's to lose. But Schnitzel and Cam are the big favourites for the championship.
No, I agree. There's not much between those two, particularly with Extremer. Not particularly scoring very well there, plus picking up his points. That's a shame.
So we've got a battle for the championship between 2 Germans and an American, I believe. So the Brits... Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, we've had a very interesting comment on the stream. Did Schnitzel have an unserved stop and go? Should he drop a few seconds?
It wasn't a stop and go, was it? Was it stop and go? It was 5 seconds,
Well,
so yeah, I guess it was.
I thought that would have automatically given that at the end of the race.
But then the guys he was racing with also had... one had 6 seconds, didn't he? And somebody else 3. Yeah, I don't know. We've got to trust the game on that. I'm sorry we weren't clear on that. I think
It is a shame with this game. It has in the past caused some headaches with the penalty system, but we'd like to think that's been resolved.
I think what we'll have to do at the end of the second race, whatever happens, we'll have to announce a provisional world champion, I think, won't we? Because you never know, there might be discussions or stewards' inquiries or controversy afterwards. So hopefully we'll be able to crown the champion, but I think it'll be just slightly provisional.
No, I agree with you there.
Of course, it's provisional anyway until they go to Monaco, until Jean Todt hands out the trophy. So it's all provisional. So. Okay, so we're waiting for the guys. What the guys will be doing, I think Infinity is the host, and obviously Wash is the coordinator, I believe, tonight, because Nesrin's not here. So he's having a Chinese takeaway, which is important. So
right, so I've just gone back through the stream just to have a look. Schnitzel, however you say that, he got given a 10-second penalty overall.
Right, and was that applied?
So it says it was applied, and it's put him in P4.
Okay. We'll have to trust that for now then. Certainly everyone around him had penalties as well, so maybe that's just how it shook out.
So on that note, I think the most points served went to Milan Klaus with 11 seconds, so well done, Milan.
It's a shame because he was right in there and was really quick, wasn't he? He was all over the back of Schnitzel for large parts of the first half of the race.
Yeah, earlier in the season, Milan Klaus has been a very competitive and consistent driver. But this race has thrown up some interesting results, particularly with the weather. Anyway, so I'd imagine it'd have been a totally different story had it been sunny.
Yeah, Milan Klaus obviously started the season as a reserve driver, so he's only taken part in a few races. But his best result was actually a win. He won race 2 in United States. Other than that, his highest was 5th. So he's a quick guy, if perhaps a little bit inconsistent.
So I've just put a little question out on the AOR Apex Online Racing YouTube stream, guys. Who is your driver of the day so far? We've got Vettel fan with a vote.
I would disagree with that, especially with the wing damage. Unfortunately, he had that penalty, otherwise he would have taken the win. But very impressive, especially in the wet conditions, to keep going with that wing damage. It's difficult to know with not being in the car how much in reality that's affected, because I do find the game is a bit variable. You can get a bit of wing damage and it can be really bad, and other times you can almost lose the wing and it seems to be okay. So
no, I agree. Sorry, we've got Lakitu and Matty D with their votes for driver of the day. I don't think you can take that away from Matty D. got away early, managed to keep that that Delta ahead of Vettel. Did a really sterling job in keeping him at bay there.
Okay. Just looking at the some of the results, obviously if the guys finish level on points in the championship, it will go to count back with most wins, most seconds. And in that respect, if you look at Schnitzel and Cam, Schnitzel's got 2 wins this season. Cam has yet to score a win, although he has got a couple of second places. So Schnitzel is definitely the favourite on more ways than one. So we're waiting for the guys to sort the grid out. So as I was saying earlier, Infinity and Washi, the coordinator Infinity, the host tonight, will be using the grid editor to put Milan Klaus, we believe, on pole with Rob 2K alongside him.
Yeah, I think they're all about set and ready to go. Yep, here we go. The status is turning green, so we'll be on the track in just a moment. But just on the comments coming in, we've got a comment from Billy O'Connor saying Matty D as the racer of the day so far.
Okay, so he's got the most votes, I think, so far.
And I have to stop you right there, Ian. This is great. Got a comment coming in saying Snickshall's mum is here on the YouTube stream.
Oh,
That's
she
great.
does. She watches, yeah. Because I looked up a little German phrase in Malaysia, which I probably said really badly. A sort of "Hello, I hope you enjoy the race" kind of stream. I think that's what I said. Yeah, she's a big
Guten
fan.
Tag, Mrs. Schnicksel. Guten Tag.
Yeah.
That's as much as I know.
I know Schnell. Is that go? I think it is. Schnell, Schnell, go, go, go.
Schnell, Schnell.
It might not be. It might be something really bad. I did do German at school, but I only got a D in GCSE, so I was slightly better at French. Or I remember Hundspazieren, which is dog walking, I think. Yeah, that's about it. You can tell we're filling for this race, can't you?
Sheer gut. Very good. Sheer gut.
Are you
as
looking,
much as I know.
Are you sure you're not looking it up now?
No.
Yeah, okay. Right, we're
I'll
nearly
just
ready
stick
to
to being fluent in Welsh and Polish. That'll do for me.
Polish, very good. Okay, good. Right, so we're nearly ready to go. Remember, no qualifying in race 2. So Milan Klaus and Rob 2K will be alongside us. Schnitzel, Cam, and Akitu. Kill the thing quick. Is it raining? Don't think so. It looks cloudy.
Well, it did that last time, so I don't trust it until we're on the track.
Yeah, that's true. It did. Yeah. So how many drives have we got? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Apparently
17.
our German is atrocious.
Oh, I wasn't trying. We weren't trying for the accent. I could have done the accent if people wanted the accent, but is that Schnitzel's mum that's saying it's atrocious?
No, that's Lakitu.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, he's German. That's fine. So 13 seconds, 12, 11, counting down. The guys will be just setting their tyre and any setup changes that they're allowed to make. And we're about to go green for the last race of AOR F2 Sprint League on the PlayStation 4. Here we go then. 5 lights coming on. And we are go. In the Asmarina circuit, Rob 2K makes a good start, and there's slight contact, I believe, with Milan Klaus. And, contact with Extrema.
Wing damage.
Who's gone off.
Schnitzel running off wide.
We're watching
Down
Schnitzel
into
now.
P5.
He's down to 6th.
Yeah, we've got Matty. What's happened to Matty D? He's taken front wing damage. Down into P8.
Oh dear, they're all crashing into each other at the back. There's bits of wing all over the place. Cam was involved in
5 seconds. Stop-go penalty. Sorry, Ian.
Wow, that could be significant.
A collision with Cam, and Cam's ghosting. Is Cam retired? His car's ghosting.
Yeah. Crikey. Well, the championship is now. They're all weaving. Is there safety car on?
Yes, it is. Wow, interesting.
I didn't even know the safety car was applied. This could be fun if this gets a glitch.
Right, we've got Cam, front wing damage. Battlefan, front wing damage. Extrema, front wing damage. Rob 2K, looks okay at the moment. Milan Klaus, I take that back. Rob 2K has got wing damage.
Right, so we've definitely got
wing damage. Everyone has wing damage, right down to P9.
Denzamo's retired, but it's not virtual safety car, it's showing a safety car around the boards around the outside.
McQuiz is retired.
And Lakitu is out.
Lakitu's retired.
So Lakitu is out of the championship battle. And Cam has retired. Are they restarting? They're all retiring. They must have got the word. They're restarting.
Well, this is interesting.
Because half the guys have left. What's going on?
Schnicksel's retired. Everyone's retiring. Apart from Rob 2K, and I don't blame him. He's in P1. So he's just going to go for it.
Well, I've never had a stream race retire when I'm commentating. I hope it will take us back.
I've just had word from inside knowledge that they are restarting the grid.
Right. So do you think that this will just? Do we need to do anything? I should have researched this. Oh, as Rob 2K hits the back of the safety car. Brilliant. I love it. So presumably we might get another invite in a moment. Which may or may not.
Interesting.
It may or may not break the broadcasting stream. So anyone watching, if we do suddenly cut off, we'll rejoin almost immediately if that happens. But at the moment, I guess when everyone's retired, we'll just get chucked out to the lobby.
Right, just speaking with Lakitu, the safety car was not supposed to be enabled. So danke Lakitu for that.
Oh, that was Mark's fault then, Infinity then. Oh dear, Mark. Oh look, Rob 2K's won. Ray, what a race. Right,
so how's this going to work now?
Can you ask someone whether they're going to send that invite or whether I need to do something? I'm paranoid they're all going to be racing in a minute and we're just going to be watching the podium.
I won't ask him in German because I don't think I'll get that far. So I've just sent a little message. Let's just double check.
I don't want to kill it if I don't want to. I'd have had it, if they invited people, I'd have had an invite pop up on my screen by now, surely.
Well, I've just asked Lakitu if we're getting the invites. I'm sure he'll let us. But I wonder what will happen if the session expires. Do they just go back to the initial menu and run again, restart?
They'll have to do the grid as it would have been, which we might need to help them with screenshots, possibly, because they could use the grid editor, can't they, to make the grid up from scratch, so it's still Milan Klaus and Rob 2K. I'm guessing. Right, so we're back in the lobby now. Okay, good. So do we seem to have everyone here? I don't think we've lost anybody. Yeah, we're still spectators, Ben, that's good. The championship contenders, let's go down and see who's here. Joshua Luke is now out of the championship battle. Schnitzel is there. Lakitu is there. Cam is not there yet. So I do hope that Cam joins this battle, otherwise the championship might end on a bit of a damp squib.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's it'd be nice to get everyone back in.
Extreme is there.
They're all the problem is everyone's readying up, so
yeah, which is fine, but you know, Cam's not there yet, unless he sent them a message saying I cannot come back or something. Let's hope they're going to wait for Cam. Well,
as long as I believe Denzamo's the host of this one.
Oh, now it all comes clear. No, I'm
right, okay. Right, Denzamo's just Cam's in. There we go.
Good. Right, excellent. So, the three guys, Schnitzel, Cam and Lakitu, who can win the championship, are here. Now, Extremer's back in, isn't he? Is he back in? Yes,
Cam,
he is.
Extremer's in. Yeah.
But he can't win the championship. Yeah, he can't win the championship, so... Right, so this will be interesting to see what the grid is. I'm hoping it's going to be... They did that grid editor pretty quick. Maybe they're going to do a one-shot qualifying. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? For race 2.
Well, I'm not sure how that would go down, if I'm completely honest, but...
No, I just... Fair play to them. Maybe they just did that grid really quickly, but they'd have had to manually put all 18 drivers in their spots. That seemed to be rather quick to do that. Right, so We're going into the unknown. We don't know what the weather's going to be like. We don't really know what the grid's going to be like. Kill the stream. Okay, so what's going to happen? Who's going to be on pole? Will it be Milan Klaus or Rob2K again? I was going to ask you who's your money on, Ben, but I mean, I suppose Schnitzel, but I don't know what's going on really.
It's got to be Schnitzel, isn't it? It has to be.
20 seconds to go then, so the counting down looks like a dry race. Good luck everyone. I've enjoyed commentating on this league most of the season. It's been pretty entertaining, controversial at times, but let's hope we get a good clean end to the championship. So here we go. Yes, the grid is how it should be. Milan Klaus on pole from Rob2K. They're away again, and Milan Klaus gets a better start in relation to Rob2K this time. Round the outside goes Extrema, who does a brilliant move to take second place. Rob2K down to third, Vettel fans fourth, Schnitzel fifth, Matty D sixth, Lakitu seventh, McQuiz is eighth. But Extrema is really keen to get past Milan Klaus. Whoa! There was something really strange happened with the Haas. That was a glitch. He seemed to go across the track.
Yep, I've seen that.
So, up the inside goes Vettel fan on Rob2K. So, at the front, Milan Klaus under big pressure from Extrema. Milan Klaus goes to the inside. And Milan Klaus defends. Meanwhile, back in third, Vettel fan, Rob2K and Matty D are all over each other. Milan Klaus and Extrema going side by side down to turn 11. Oh, they touch wheels. Come on, boys. Keep it clean. They do just about. Extrema cuts the corner somewhat. Milan Klaus holds the position. Extrema looks really racy. The front 7 or 8 are all pretty close together. This is going to be a cracking race. I can just feel it. Look at it. The guys are really close. No one's pulling away at this stage.
Well, they've all got a lot to fight for.
So Lakitu is 6th. Schnitzel is 7th. Cam is down in 15th. So Cam is probably out of the championship battle. Milan Klaus down to turn 1. Extrema does push the envelope in terms of these track limits, so he'll have to be careful he doesn't get a penalty. Oh, and is he crashed? Yes, he is.
Oh, wow.
Extrema's off.
He's got front wing damage.
Wow, I thought that was a glitch because that's the same place the Haas did the funny glitch earlier on, and he's all over the place.
But he's out anyway, isn't he? So,
yes. 5-second penalty for Vettel fans, as Rob2K and Matty D go side by side for third.
Well, what a shame. Extrema, I was just keeping an eye on him, was really struggling to get back on track then, and he's now down into P17.
Dear, what a shame. He was looking really racy. Matty D did make that move on Rob2K stick, and now Lakitu is really keen to get past Rob2K. He's all over the back of that pink Force India, and he's made it up the inside. Good move. So let's take stock. Milan Klaus leads from Vettel fan, Matty D third, Lakitu fourth. Infinity's got a penalty. Rob2K's fifth. Schnitzel, who's champion elect at the moment, it's his to lose, is in 6th. McQuiz is 7th. Denzarmo runs out your points scorers in race 2.
So with the current standings, I know we're only 2 laps in and there's a long way to go. With Schnitzel's 8 points, takes him to 134 at the moment. And with his nearest rival would be an Idika, who's 124, isn't racing. And then we're down to Lakitu, 119 points at the moment.
Don't forget, he says Schnitzel 8 points, don't forget it's 4 for race 2. For 6.
Ah, of course, yeah.
So you might have to adjust your spreadsheet for the race 2 points. Spare that in mind.
Right.
Lakitu is all over the back of Matty D. Extreme has got a penalty, but he's really out of the battle now.
Extreme is out.
He's out completely. He's had enough, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I just watched his car shoot from one side of the track and straight over to the other into the wall.
Okay. Well, Lakitu is up the inside of Matty D. Both on the ultra softs. They're going to give each other room. We lose the camera a bit. Matty D holds the position, but Lakitu is going to have another go. And they will have DRS, but Matty D's got DRS because he's within a second of Vettel fan, who's within half a second of Milan Klaus. So the front four really close together. And Rob 2K's in the battle as well because he's fifth, only half a second behind Lakitu. So Schnitzel was... Yeah.
Do me a quick favour, give me the rundown on the point position for P1. What will they get in race 2?
15.
Okay.
Then 12.
Yeah.
10. 8.
8, 6.
6, 4, 2, 1. Down to 8th.
There we are. Okay.
Good. We're up and running. Right, so back at the front. First four are all together and 4 different constructors. Haas lead the Constructors' Championship. Renault are second, but that's of... Oh dear, goodness me, Matty D nearly lost it. But at the front, Milan Klaus is under pressure from Vettel fans. Schnitzel's got a penalty.
3-second penalty.
Oh, and up the inside.
Oh, we have a sector 3 yellow flag.
Matty D and Lakitu. Lakitu back up the inside of Matty D. Fantastic battle. This is what we wanted to see for the last race. 3-second time penalty for more than amazing. Riding on ball with Rob 2K, now with Matty D trying to retake Lakitu. Oh, there's a change for the lead. Vettel fan has taken the lead. Milan Klaus, is he going to go back the inside? No, but he might look for the switchback. He'll get DRS or behind them.
Yeah, he will. He's got a really good traction and outline speed coming out of there, and he picks up the DRS as well.
I don't know where to look because the guys in 3, 4, 5 are all over the back of each other. Let's just follow this for the lead.
Contact. Slight contact there between Milan Klaus and Vettel fans.
They're running side by side. This is good stuff. Vettel fan is on the quicker ultra soft, so he's got through. Rob 2K is third, Lakitu fourth, Matty D fifth, and Schnitzel with that penalty is sixth. Well, there's contact between Lakitu and Rob 2K. Lakitu has lost a bit of his wing. Let's ride on board with him in fourth. You can see the battle for the lead up ahead, and I really don't know where to look. There's battles all the way down the field as into the pits comes Lakitu.
Lakitu, he's got front wing damage.
Right, okay. Joshua Luke has a 3-second time penalty, as does Infinity. Back at the front, Vettel fan under pressure from Milan Klaus' Ghost Hunter retires. So Denzamo's up to fourth now. McQuiz is up to fifth. Joshua Luke sixth. Cam is made up to seventh. So Matty D, Lakitu, Schnitzel have all pitted.
Yeah, but there was quite a few wing damage. Infinity's putting on a new wing. They just need to be careful coming up the pit because a few of them previous race got wing damage. Granted, that was in the wets. But Matty D, he's got front wing damage as well.
Of course, I was forgetting that the guys will be making a pit stop anyway, so this will just be a slightly early tyre stop as well as the wing fixing. Lakitu with a 3-second time penalty. But again, he's out of the battle. But Milan Klaus is not letting Vettel fan get away. He's got DRS down to turn 11. And we'll have to wait and see how the order shakes out with when everyone's basically had their pit stop and the various wings. But at the moment, Schnitzel is out of the points and Cam is in the points, but he's yet to make a pit stop.
Just riding on board with Washi down in P9, having a really good battle with More Than Amazing, who's in P8.
Yeah, we're looking at that now.
Keeping it nice and clean. Milan Klaus, 3-second penalty.
Goodness. This is going to be really difficult to keep up with. Right, let's make a note of that one. As Vettel fan goes fastest. Back towards the front then. Vettel fan leads from Milan Klaus, who's got that penalty. So Rob 2K is effectively second. McQuiz is fourth behind Rob 2K. Obviously you've got guys coming into the pits all the time at the moment.
Yeah, we're just watching Denzamo just come in to change the Ultra Softs, now on a new set of Super Softs.
Okay, so it's going to be Ultras to Supers or Supers to Ultras, depending on what the guy started on. We're looking at a good helicopter shot of this twisty section at the end of the first sector, with Joshua Luke in the Renault 5th and Cam 6th in the Williams. Cam looks like the only guy that could possibly take the championship from Schnitzel, but we need to wait to see until everyone's done a pit stop. Let's just have a look at the pit stop details to see. So the ones to stop so far: Matty D, Schnitzel, Lakitu, Denzamo and Infinity, who's now retired. So I'll confess, I'm not quite sure how this is all going to shake out, but with his leading the points, I think Schnitzel's still in the boss seat.
Yeah, so where is Schnitzel? Let's recap. So he's in 12th.
Ooh, battle there. Mr. Robin and Matty D going side by side. Matty D spun round by Mr. Robin. He's ghosted. He's going to rejoin. That's a shame.
Infinity out of the race.
Out of the way. Another 3-second time penalty for Milan Klaus. So that's unfortunate. Oh, what's happening here? Okay, so this is Lakitu and Schnitzel. Lakitu and Schnitzel close together. Lakitu, an outside championship bet at this stage. As Mr. Robin goes to the pits, Lakitu and Schnitzel all over each other. This is only for 10th at the moment, but they'll move up the order as Lakitu does the fastest lap.
1:39 there.
So Schnitzel and Lakitu are currently P7 and 8, but at the moment that could put them really far up, because the 6 guys above them are all yet to pit. So we'll focus on this battle because it's potentially key for the championship. Ahead of them is Slash, yet to stop in the Sauber.
Yeah, top 6 haven't pitted yet, and that will explain. I'm just looking at the position change, and 1 to 6 have all jumped up 11 to 13 places. So
right,
that should switch relatively soon.
So, okay, I'll stop. Oh, no, I was about to say something else, but we'll go back to the battle because Slash is going to the inside to defend, but Schnitzel's got DRS. And he's got him. Oh, as Slash spins and Lakitu hits him.
Did Schnitzel get caught up in that?
Yeah, Schnitzel must have got damage. Let's go and have a look, because he hit him. I saw some wing fly. Yes, Schnitzel's got front left wing damage.
Well, I'm riding on board with Schnitzel now, and from what I can see, it looks okay.
Sorry, no, Lakitu. I said Schnitzel, didn't I? I meant Lakitu.
Yeah.
Lakitu's got wing damage. No, sorry.
You are right. He's right on board with Lakitu now. Front left wing is damaged.
Right, I'm riding on board with Cam because he's still in the championship battle. He's going to pit from 5th as it is currently. So McQuiz currently leads, but he has yet to pit. So where is Cam going to come out in relation? He's going to be a long way behind Schnitzel, but he's come out just behind Joshua Luke. So when Slash, More Than Amazing and McQuiz pit, we'll have the true order as Rob 2K gets the 3-second time penalty. And Cam has rejoined right in front of Rob 2K. So 3 quick guys here, 9, 10, 11 as it stands. Back to the front, McQuiz in the Sauber, getting a bit of exposure at the front. He's yet to make his pit stop, so he'll drop down well into the midfield. More Than Amazing now, riding with him in 2nd. Again, yet to pit, so he'll drop right down. So Milan Klaus is effectively the leader. Oh no, he's got his penalties, hasn't he? So Schnitzel.
Yeah, he's riddled with penalties.
So Schnitzel is effectively winning this race, I think, as well as the championship. Lakitu with a 3-second time penalty.
I hope you're keeping tab of all these penalties.
Sort of. Yeah, tried to. For the championship contenders, I am. Right,
okay,
so
as it stands, Schnitzel 8 points for this in P4. so he'll be on 134 points.
Okay, and Cam and Lakitu are the only other ones that can win the championship. Lakitu has got a lot of penalties as well, at least 2, I think. Cam at the moment, he's out of the points completely. It's More Than Amazing and McQuiz both come in and they rejoin together. And they're going to rejoin somewhere around the edges of the points. Here they come. They're going to rejoin in front of Washi, I believe.
Matty D retired from the race.
Oh, that's a shame. Whoa, cars all over the place. More Than Amazing and McQuiz and Rob 2K really close together for 7, 8 and 9 as Rob 2K goes up the inside of McQuiz. Let's get the detail on the tyres up. We've got a mixture of ultra softs and super softs. Ooh, a crash! Big crash! More Than Amazing has crashed on the straight on the run down to turn 8. I think there was contact. Oh, shame we can't see a replay of that. Did you catch that at all, Ben?
No, I was keeping an eye on Matty D. I'm just watching it now. Bear with me. What happened there?
I think there was a Vettelfan's got a penalty, but he's all over the back of his teammate Schnitzel. But I think there may have been contact, but he just speared to the right.
I've just watched it. He veered. Those two were very close with each other, and it was just an unfortunate knock-on effect, hitting the side pod of the adjacent car. Bounced him off into the sidewall.
That reminded me of Vettel and Webber in the Red Bulls at Turkey in 2010, that sort of thing, where you shouldn't really hit each other on the straight, but down to the braking area they just got too close to each other, I think.
Joshua Luke setting the fastest time with 1:39.6.
Right,
so he's making some headway now.
He's out of the championship battle, but trying to finish on a high. So Milan Klaus leads, but he's got McQuiz has got a penalty now. Milan Klaus has got at least 6, I believe, if not 9 seconds of penalties. In terms of the championship, Schnitzel was in the boss seat in second. Vettelfan's got penalties, but he's close by in third. Denzamo is having a super race in fourth. Joshua Leak 5th. Cam is 6th, so his championship chances are pretty slim. McQuiz 7th, Bob 2K is 8th.
Well, just keeping an eye on the AOR YouTube thread, and Schnickel's mum is having kittens watching this, and she's put "my nerves ... so
having kittens, I wonder how many. Okay, well, I'm glad to share. I wonder if anyone else's mums or various relations are watching. If you are, if you're related to anybody, perhaps one of Denzarmo's family, would be interesting to hear from them. Do get in touch. Back to the battle between the two Toro Rossos. Any embarrassing stories about him, anything will do. These two guys are really going for it. So Vettelfan's certainly not playing the team game. He's got a penalty, and he probably thinks, if I was Vettelfan, Ben, you could send one up the inside a little bit cheeky. Schnitzel's going to just get out of the way, isn't he, for his championship battle?
You would think so. You would like to think so, wouldn't you?
I hope so. This would not. Can you imagine the chat afterwards if these two take each other off for the championship? I dread to think. No, I'm sure that won't happen.
It'd love to be a fly on the wall in that one.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to see what Schnitzel's mum said about that as well. There'd be some German swearing, I think, which we'd have to translate with Google Translator or something. Lakitu goes fastest, but he's out of contention, unfortunately, down in 10th. We're still watching the battle for second on the road. Vettelfan will be trying to get past Schnitzel and then pull away, so he could get. Well, it could still be for the win. I wish I knew if Milan Klaus was. If anyone's watching and took a note of it, is Milan Klaus got 6 seconds worth of time penalties or 9? He's definitely got 6. I think it's 6. Schnitzel's dropping back though, so Schnitzel's 9 seconds by Milan Klaus anyway. Schnitzel's definitely playing it safe.
He's got nothing to lose. I mean, we're at lap 11 of lap 14. He just needs to make sure he keeps within some decent points, which he's doing. He's in P2, currently on 12 points. Why would you want to chance your arm? Just manage the gap and bring it home.
Yeah, definitely. He's been sensible all race, I think, Schnitzel.
But just moving on down the field, I just keep an eye on a couple of drivers further on down. Rob 2K in P8 doing a sterling job at the moment. He's managed to keep the gap behind. We've got Washi in P9 with a 1.3 second gap.
Another penalty for Vettel fans. So he's now got at least 6 seconds worth. So he's going to try and take Schnitzler, I think, but it's pretty pointless because he's not going to pull out 6 seconds, I don't think. He's all over the back. This cannot be good. This is like Rosberg, isn't it, 2016, when he was under pressure from Vettel and I think one of the Red Bulls for the championship, and it must be difficult not to get tight in the car and actually make a mistake almost when you're trying to take it too easy.
No, I agree. I can't see, if I'm completely honest, I can't see Vettel fans doing anything too unsportsmanship. Yeah, we've got 2 laps to go. Vettel fan hasn't got anything to fight for, so why would you do anything else?
No, it's not going to be anything deliberate. I just think if I was in Schnitzler's position, I'd be nervous because Vettel fan might outbrake himself accidentally, and you know it's that pressure that Schnitzler doesn't really want. But that's the way we're going in F2. Is pressure all the way down the field. So can you update us with 2.5 laps to go then, Ben, as to what the current championship points are?
Well, currently we've got Schnitzler in P2, so he's on 12 points. So he's currently on 138 points. Cam, where do we have Cam at the moment? Cam's in 6th.
So he's going to get 4 points. Yeah.
So he'll get 118 points. Lakitu, where are you, Lakitu? You're in P10, so you don't get any points.
Yep.
So he's currently on 107. Extrema's out. Josh is out. Nezran not here.
So actually, Idika, not taking part in this race, is still currently second on 124, isn't he? So
he is, yeah. He is. He's still second.
So that's some consolation after not turning up. He's going to get some sort of trophy. Of course, we need to see who ends up with the fastest lap, because that is not really going to be crucial for the championship. But it'll be interesting to see who gets the extra 2 points.
Well, at the moment, Lakitu has just done the fastest lap.
Okay, he's 10th, so he should if he stays 10th, he will pick up the 2 points for that.
Yeah.
So, just before we focus on the championship situation, on the road, Milan Klaus leads, and although he's got some penalties, even if it's 9, he'd still be winning, so I'm pretty sure he's going to win this race. Then, obviously, Schnitzler, that's a fact. Let's go backwards from the guys running still. So, 12th place, we've got Slash. 11th is Mr. Robin. 10th is Lakitu. 9th is Washi. 8th in the final points is Rob 2K. 7th in the quiz. 6th is Cam. 5th is Joshua Luke, who's on his own. Denzamo is 4th. Vettel fan is 3rd on the road, and Schnitzler is 2nd. And if he doesn't make a mistake, he's going to win this championship. Interestingly enough, Ben, I'm sure you know this off by heart, but if Schnitzler wins this race, he's not going to, is he? But if he did, with Milan Klaus, or Schnitzler's got time set 3-second penalty, he would join Iadika and Lakitu with 3 wins each. So Schnitzler looks like he's going to take the championship, not with the most wins, but he's been consistent and got quite a lot of podiums.
Right. Yeah, earlier on in round 4 and 6, Schnitzler picked up position there.
He's had several positions. He's had a 2nd, a couple of 3rds, 3 4th places, including the first race here. So that's why he's getting the championship done. You've got to finish these races in the top 4 or 5 and keep yourself in contention. We're on to the last lap then of the championship, F2 Sprint League here on AOR Racing for the PlayStation 4. Really interesting championship. A lot of drivers been quick at different points. I don't know how many drivers have actually taken part in this. It must be getting on for 30, with lots of F8 drivers from Sunday coming at the last minute for several weeks.
Yeah, I agree. You know, there's been a few retirements, a few no-shows, so I think there's been a various mix throughout the AOR leagues joining, which has been great.
Yeah, it's been really good. There's been some controversy, there's been some not great driving, but also some really fantastic clean battles as well. Some good performances. And would you say Schnitzler, if he manages to bring this home, is the worthy champion?
Well, I think the table speaks for itself. Anyone that finishes top of the table, you know, he's got some good wins, he's got some very good podiums. definitely a worthy champion.
So we're coming down to the last few corners. Milan Klaus runs wide. We'll just see him cross the finish line. I believe he will still. Vettelfan gets another penalty. Will still. So Denzamo's going to move up, I'm sure. Milan Klaus takes the win, I believe. Schnitzel. Vettelfan is looking like he wants to have a go into the last corner, but Schnitzel comes across the line.
I think he is.
Schnitzel takes the championship. Denzamo is second.
What happened there? Penalty?
Well, Vettelfan had about 3 penalties, so Schnitzel will take the championship in third, but Denzamo with a brilliant podium in second. Cam is fourth. Vettelfan dropped down to sixth with those penalties. So the order is Milan Klaus, from Denzamo, from Schnitzel, from Cam, Joshua Luke. So if you want to put the old spreadsheet in, I'm pretty sure we know where we are, but Schnitzel third, Cam fourth, and no one else in the championship was in the top 8.
Yep, so as it stands, with Schnitzel in P3 there picking up 10 points, he is on 136 points. So that crowns him.
He is provisional.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. That crowns Schnitzel the AOR PS4 F2 Sprint World Champion.
Congratulations. We're riding on board with him at the moment. He's doing a lot of fist pump here. I don't know whether that's obviously the game, because he finished third. The game doesn't know he's won the championship because we've made those the championship together. So we're just going to see the final podium. So Milan Klaus, despite those penalties, gets an excellent win. I have to say Denzamo, brilliant second, helped by others' penalties, but he got himself up in contention.
Yeah, Denzamo had a fantastic drive moving his way up through the field there, capitalising on some mistakes. But there we are. It's good to see them sprinting the champagne on the podium.
And it's good.
And a very happy Mrs. Schnitzel.
Good, I'm glad she is. And I'm glad that Schnitzel gets a chance to enjoy it on the podium. He managed to get third, so he's up there. So that's it. Let's just run through the order. You can see all the penalties on the far side. So Milan Klaus from Denzamo, from Schnitzel. Cam was fourth. Cam will finish second in the championship, won't he? Yeah. Joshua Luke is fifth. Vettelfan sixth. McQuiz seventh. Wash eighth. Nikita was ninth. Rob Tuco's 10th. Mr. Robin 11th. Marcus Ericsson, he's rubbish. No, that was someone else. More than amazing. No, more than amazing was 13th. Matty D was 14th. The McLaren, which I can't remember who that was, 15th, 16th, 17th. They retired long ago. So, thanks very much for joining us, Ben. I enjoyed that. I'm sorry we weren't able to both do all of the races. And thank you also to McQuiz for taking part in the early part of the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's been great commentating with you and McQuiz.
And hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully this has been great. People have enjoyed watching and listening to the stream, and who knows what.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks so much for watching. Schnitzel is your champion, everyone. Don't forget to look out for more AOR racing shortly.